Let's look at some examples of some ways that you can use this skill. Let's use all stations to central just to find the sign, is it positive or negative, of these trig ratios. Now we don't want the answer, we just want to know the sign. Okay, well, sine 140 degrees, 140 is in the second quadrant because it's between 90 and 180. And I know if I write this down over here to help me, all stations to central, okay, then sine is positive over there. So this is going to be positive. Cos of 265, well, 265 is just a little bit smaller than 270, which is down here. So it's going to be down in the third quadrant. Now down there, only tan is positive. So cos will be negative. Tan of 120 degrees, well, 120 is in the second quadrant. And in that quadrant, only sine is positive. So tan will be negative. And cos of 300 degrees, well, 300 is over here in the fourth quadrant. And down there, it's got a C, which means cos is positive. All sine, tan, cos, that's what that stands for, all stations to central. So cos is positive down there. All right, what about finding exact values of these? Now, step one, work out which quadrant it's in. So the sine of 330, that's a lot like, we've got 330 all the way around there. That's the exact same thing as going down 30 degrees, isn't it? So the related angle is 30 degrees. So it's going to be a lot like the sine of 30. Notice how I've left a little space in front there, so I can just have a quick think about whether it needs to be positive or negative. It's like the sine of 30, except it's down here in the fourth quadrant, and down there, only cos is positive. So sine is going to be negative. So I need the negative value of the sine of 30. Now sine of 30 is half, so minus sine of 30 is going to be minus a half. Quite straightforward. Okay, this one's got a negative angle in there. Don't let that confuse you. Minus 30 is actually the exact same angle as this one, isn't it? So minus 30 is the same as positive 330. So if you prefer to, you could always say that's the same as the tan of 330. Now, there's no real need to directly convert those. We also now want to find what that's related to. Well, similar to this one, it's a lot related to the tan of 30 degrees. That's the related angle. But I've left a space in front, okay? These are exactly equal. Tan of minus 30 is the same as the tan of 330. Now, they're going to be similar to the tan of 30, but we've got to check the sign. Now, it's in the fourth quadrant. Only cos is positive down there, so tan will be negative. Now, I know the tan of 30 degrees is 1 on root 3, so the negative of that will be negative 1 on root 3. All right, the last one, we need the cos of 510. Now, 510 is bigger than 360, so let's start by just taking 360 off that, and that will give us, what, we'll have 150, so that's the same as cos of 150. Now, cos of 150, 150 is over here in the second quadrant. Okay, and let's just rub that out and go again. If I've got 150 from there around to there, then I've actually got 30 degrees that I've gone up. So that's the related angle is 30. So it's going to be very much related to the cos of 30 degrees, but the sign might be different, so I've left a space out in front there. Now, over here, only sine is positive. Cos is not, so it's going to be negative. So I have to think through, what is the cos of 30 degrees? And that's one of those ones I memorise. It's root 3 over 2, but we need a negative out the front. And that's how you use it.